And I almost sent him to public school so many times. So to have an answer that's like, it works perfect with our homeschool, to see him taking off in his other subjects. I mean, honestly, it is, I'm going to start crying if I start talking about it, because I went from being so discouraged to being just incredibly grateful that someone could show me what was going on in the brain. Like, seriously, it is just such a gift. It has made a huge difference in my day-to-day life. Initially, he was pretty upset. He was discouraged because he thought getting a diagnosis like that meant something that would limit him. And I think at this point in the program, it has become very apparent to him that this is not going to determine or limit his academic success. At the beginning, when neither of us understood why it was so different than all the other phonics we'd done, it was tough. But once we saw, I would say, like, maybe 30 or 50 lessons in, I was like, oh, we're rewiring your brain. And then from then on, I was like, okay, I get it. We just have to do the program. Yeah, we have tried so many programs, and the thing is, it would seem like it would work, and I would think, oh, he got it, because he was really good about memorizing whole words. So if I revealed an entire page, he could piecemeal. I mean, he looked like he was reading. So thank goodness that someone who understands the dyslexic brain wrote a program that they can't trick or wriggle their way out of. He can't fake it. So I'm so thankful that she wrote it the way she did, because we absolutely needed it. It's like, oh, whoa, I see. This is changing how you are thinking about phonemes. But for him, it wasn't until he could tell his brothers at dinner, like, what a schwa was, and nobody else knew, or what open and closed syllables were, or he could start pulling out suffixes and prefixes and be like, Dad, did you know what that means? And my husband's like, no, I never thought about it, and all of a sudden he was like, Mom, I'm getting so smart. I know all this stuff that nobody else knows about. I'm going to pick the word empowering, because this program has empowered me to teach the way that I wanted to teach the whole time and didn't know how to. And this program has empowered my student to demonstrate what he's learned, to demonstrate to himself and to others all the intelligence that was sort of locked away behind systems that he had created that looked like learning was happening, but he wasn't really able to show us what he could do. And when I look at his schoolwork now compared to a few years ago, he is so much more confident. The creativity is coming back, the joy in learning is coming back. So I'm going to go with the word empowering. But I wanted to also use trustworthy, thorough, excellent, because there's so many things I could say. I would tell them to trust the program, that they're going to be tempted to take shortcuts or skip something if their student knows it, or especially if they're not dyslexic, it's so easy to think, oh, well, they just said the word, they don't need to write it or trace it again. But you have to trust the program and everything that's being done, up here, and we can't see what's happening, but the connections are being made, the neurons are going together. And so to just really believe that it's written that way for a reason, and do it in faith until you see the results.